strong differences, but deep divisions also exist within Taiwan itself over cross-strait relations.
This is dramatically illustrated in 2005 by the visits to the mainland by representatives of Taiwan's opposition parties.
The visits are popular among Taiwanese, but President Chen Shui-bian warns any visit could constitute an act of treason.
March 26th, concerned and angry Taiwanese take to the streets of Taipei to protest against China's new anti-secession law. President Chen Shui-bian himself takes part in the march and rally and had called for 1 million people to participate. According to observers, the gathering may have approached that number, although police estimate the crowd at just over 230,000. 2 days later, a delegation from the opposition Kuomintang extends an olive branch and arrives on the mainland for its first such visit in more than half a century. Guangzhou is their first stop since it was the revolutionary base of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, the party's founder. During the 5-day visit, the group also makes stopovers in Nanjing and Beijing, where members meet CPPCC chairman Jia Qinlin to discuss the opening of direct transport links. The trip paves the way for a visit to the mainland by KMT leader Lian Jian. Lian makes that visit on April 27th and calls for peace in the Taiwan Strait. He and his entourage lay a wreath and paid respects to the founder of China's First Republic. Lian said Sun Yat-sen's thoughts continue to have great relevance to solving the current political stalemate across the Taiwan Strait. 2 days later, a landmark meeting with Communist Party General Secretary Hu Jintao takes place, the highest level meeting between the KMT and the Communist Party in 60 years. President Hu said he would welcome dialogue with any political party in Taiwan as long as they recognize the 1992 One China consensus. History cannot be changed, said Kuomintang chairman Lian Jian, and he too hoped to build a bright future based on the 1992 consensus. The two sides agreed to work toward the resumption of dialogue aimed at ending hostility as soon as possible, while boosting economic cooperation and establishing direct postal, shipping and trade links. May 12th, and Beijing offers a range of new concessions to boost cross-strait contacts, including making it easier for Taiwan residents to work and study on the mainland. This comes as the leader of Taiwan's People First Party, James Soong, wraps up his 9-day visit to the mainland. But authorities in Taipei reject the new two sides, one China formula agreed to by Soong and Communist General Secretary Hu Jintao as a basis for the resumption of talks. Who will be president of Taiwan in 2008 is obviously of great concern to China. And what is seen as an early primary race for it takes place on July 15th. The Kuomintang Party holds its first contested vote in its 110-year history and its first direct chairmanship election. Taipei Mayor Ma Ying-jeou wins the race to become the next chairman of the opposition Kuomintang against Parliamentary Speaker Wang Jinping.
我会在这个基础上，不但继续推动、扩大推动，还要坚持改革。
Former Chairman Lian Jian expressed the hope that the Kuomintang would return to power in Taiwan under his successor. Of course, a third straight presidential win by the Democratic Progressive Party cannot be ruled out despite the public approval of the mainland visits by the opposition. An indication of that is another election on May 14th, which would normally draw little attention. But it sparks interest because it comes a month after the opposition went to China. Taiwan President Chen Shui-bian wins a much-needed victory as his Democratic Progressive Party receives the largest share of votes for a special assembly that will weigh constitutional amendments, including one opposed by China. However, on December 3rd, DPP chairman Su Tseng-chang resigns after conceding defeat to the main opposition Kuomintang in local elections, seen as a midterm test for Chen Shui-bian. There's also a huge rapprochement between Pakistan and India in 2005 in what is called cricket diplomacy. The president and the premier of the two countries go into high-level talks in New Delhi after watching a cricket match. One big issue is the long-simmering feud over Kashmir. The landmark summit is concluded on an upbeat note as both leaders declare that Kashmir has reached a historic juncture.
The peace process was now irreversible.
In a joint statement, India and Pakistan agreed to open more meeting points for divided families, trade, religious pilgrimages, and cultural exchanges in Kashmir, expand the recently resumed cross-Kashmir bus link, identify more locations along the Kashmir frontier to be open to traffic, revive a joint commission to boost business ties between the two nuclear powers, and open consulates in Mumbai and Karachi by the end of the year.
I'm fully satisfied. I'm more than satisfied. I think we have achieved more than I expected because of the sincerity